All right. So my name is Carter Noble. I'm here tonight recording some Modern Cube. Go ahead and hop in the queue and get started. Oh, I love Cube. So this is actually going to be my first YouTube video. So make sure you hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you like what you're seeing here. Um, Hopefully we get a good pack, have a good draft, all that good stuff. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Baneslayer's insane. Scalding Tarn's gross. Wormcoil's messed up. I think I'm gonna go Wormcoil. It keeps us the most open without, like, I think if we're wanting to stay open, Wormcoil, Scalding Tarn is the pick. Woodland Cemetery is really sweet. I am a big fan of the green-black deck in this cube, which, like, I'm a huge fan of Tetzimoc. This card has been insane every time I've drafted it. The only reason I'm not taking Tetzimoc or Baneslayer here is because of the color requirements. I just want to stay open for the first few picks, get a feel of the table. Chupa Chups. Alright, what do we have here? Jadelight Ranger is really sweet. Bloodline Keeper is insane. Consuming Vapors is cool. Mindstone is fine. Fetid Pulls is okay. I think we just had to take Bloodline Keeper. This card has been very, very sweet every time I've had it. I'm pretty sure Party B, this guy here in our uh, our table, I'm pretty sure I just played him in my last draft, my Sultai deck that I drafted. It was actually super sweet. Let's see, what do we got here? Doomblade is sweet. Journey to Nowhere is good removal. Obsidat's awesome. Mana Confluence. I think Doomblade just has some earlier removal. Abyssal Persecutor is probably one of my favorite cards in Cube, but like in specifically Modern Cube, it's not as impressive for me, just because the ways to get rid of it are less like there's less ways to get rid of your own Persecutor once you've won. Got some solid picks so far. Oh, how the hell are we getting a fourth pick Grave Titan? This card is insane. Massacre Worm would be a pick here. Disfigure for early removal. Unburial Rites is also sweet. Sky Sovereign I haven't actually drafted. I don't think I've played against it, but maybe once or twice. But so I'm not a fan of Shieldred in this cube. So I guess the best card in this pack. There's Compulsive Researchers. It's really sweet. There's Ruinous Path. There's Underground River. And I think we're just going to take the Ruinous Path. Just to try to stay mono black for now. We might end up being mono black if we open like Obliterator. If we open Grave Merchant. Nykthos would also be a good payoff for us. If we get one of those high impact cards. Careful Consideration is really, really sweet. I think this card is very, very good. Liliana Spectre is okay. I'd rather this be Hypnotic Spectre, but I don't think you can actually complain too much. There's nothing really else impressive in this pack for me. Like Archangel Avacyn's fine. Wear Tear is okay. Vanguard. This is not a Vanguard deck. Avacyn's Pilgrim is okay, but not really what we're looking for. I'm gonna take this careful consideration, but I'm not sold that we're going to play it yet. Oh, speaking of Hypnotic Spectre, I think that's exactly what we want here, too. Liliana's fine, but I haven't been overly impressed with it in this cube compared to, like, Legacy Cube. Just because there's a lot more degeneracy and stuff that you can do in the older formats with it. So I'm just going to take this Hypnotic Spectre. I mean, I guess we just take this Llanowar Waste. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll take this Cemetery. We might be able to get away with a free Green Splash now. Ooh, Consuming Vapor's Wield. That's another card I've been nothing but impressed with every time so far. Yeah, so far not completely dissatisfied with what we're doing. I really enjoy what we're doing so far. Yeah, we'll just take this Persecutor. Didn't expect it to wheel, but it's definitely a big boy. And I think specifically in this cube, like the power and toughness of your creatures is what really sets apart like the good decks and the bad decks. Just having bigger dudes than what your opponent's doing, especially if you can ramp into them. So, like, if we see, like, a Cold Steel Heart, we've already seen Mind Stone, so unfortunately it didn't wheel. But if we see, like, a Cold Steel Heart, a couple Signets, you know, something along those lines, we'll be really in good shape, so. I'm going to take Disfigure. Yeah, we'll take Disfigure. Early removal is fine. See, I really want like Gifted Aetherborn, Pack Rat. Yeah, we'll throw this Nest Invader in the board. Throw this Mare in the board. Yeah, green's a lot of green cards here at the end, so not really anything I'm completely like really interested in playing. Nest Invader's fine. Guard's been okay the last couple times I've had it, but I think just based on what we're doing right now, I don't think we need it. I think we're going to be fine on playables, so. Phyrexian Arena is really sweet. Ultimate Price is great. Tamiyo is insane. But I think we just want Arena. Mind Shatter has been very disappointing for me. Just because there's not enough fast mana to make this card broken. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take Arena here. I don't anticipate Ultimate Price wheeling. So I guess the next best thing for this in this pack is probably the Spellskite. Despise is very medium. Maybe Overgrown Tomb will wheel. We'll probably get some free green cards in here. Might end up playing that Nest Invader. Probably not, but ooh, I do like me a Vampire Nighthawk. Mutavault is also really sweet. Duress is okay here. I'm not a big fan of the generic one card, like 1 mana discard cards. Like if this was a Thoughtseize or if this was Inquisition, I'd take it. But Duress hasn't been overly impressive so far. And, same reason we didn't really talk about Despise in the last pack is I'm not really impressed with what they're trying to do. So. So what green cards do we want? I think we could be fine with like a Vraska. Actually, are both Vraskas in the cube? I know old Vraska is. I don't know if new Vraska is. Oh. Oh, baby. Oh, yes. Give me this Obliterator. Kokosho is fine, and it's actually, but like we already have two very, very good 6-drops that I'm not really interested in it. The only other card I'm like that we would be considered playing is this Jinx Joker, and it's not very good. Give me this Obliterator. Ooh, Creekwood Lead has been sweet. Dismember's awesome. Murderous Cut is fantastic. Tragic Slip is fine. It's actually been very playable so far. Inquisition is good, but I think I'd rather have a removal spell. We have 7 creatures already. Creekwood Liege might also wheel. So I think we're just going to go ahead and take the Murderous Cut here, just because it does kill basically anything. Dismember being free is also kind of tempting, but I think I'd rather have Murderous Cut as a 1-mana removal spell. Blood Gift Demon, that's a powerhouse, especially with Phyrexian Arena. Like having those two as both good card advantage spells is going to be very powerful for us. Multicolor. Let's see. Winding Constrictor, Abrupt Decay, Maelstrom Pulse, Vraska Unseen, and Garruk Apex Predator. Yeah, I would not mind seeing Pulse, Vraska, or Garruk. Those are all very, very good. Except this doesn't look completely updated. Yeah, this is last year's cube that I'm looking at because it doesn't have... Ooh, Shriekmaw. I don't like Brain Maggot, just because like it's good against control and that's about it. But even there's not it's not exceptional, just because the control decks tend to have either a bunch of counter spells for it, or it has a bunch of removal spells as well. So we'll just go ahead and take this Shriekmaw. Sorin Markov, Profane Command, Una. Choose a color. Target opponent exiles the top X cards of his or her library. For each card of the chosen color exiled, make a 1/1. I think I just want Profane Command. This card has been insane. Insane every time I've ever had it. So, like, the ability to give all of your dudes unblockable and fireball them in the same turn is insane. Being able to regrow your dude, like, regrowth, or is it reanimate? Yeah, it's reanimate plus removal spell is awesome. And just everything about that card is fantastic. Azor's Gateway is okay. I don't think it's really what we want to be doing, though. I think I'm just going to take this Battle Ball. Yeah, we'll take Battle Ball. Okay, so they took out Apex Predator and I think we're going to take Whisperwood here. Like, I think we're more likely to play Whisperwood than any of these other cards. I really want Mutavault, but I think just taking Duress will also be fine. So Creekwood Lead should be this pack. I think it's this pack or the next one. I can't remember. Oh, baby. We have two of my favorite cards in Cube. Creekwood Leech has been awesome every time so far. Obliterator's always insane. So the one downside to playing the a single color in cube, like we have all these cards that we could splash for, but because I want to be able to cast with my Obliterator on curve, we're not going to be we're not going to be very reliant to do so if we're splashing. Ooh, yeah, this is pretty easy. Feast and Famine. This is one of the better. I think this is probably the best sword in the cube. So we're gonna go ahead and snap it off. But because I want to be able to cast my Obliterator and my Creekwood Leech on curve, and they have very high mana intensity, like we can't afford to play these other spells. The only one I'm really considering is Whisperwood Elemental, but we currently only have 2 free green sources off of it. Last Hope is sweet. Batterskull is insane. I think I just want Last Hope though, like just because it can rebuy our creatures that have died. It also protects itself. This card's very good. Yeah. Followed up with Liliana the Veil. Vraska's sweet, but I don't think this is what we want to be doing. Like, we have enough resources that we could probably get away with playing it, but I'm just going to take the mono black card. There was also an Ink Eyes in that pack, but I actually don't think I've ever cast that card in cube. So I can't definitively give you an answer of why. Excuse me. Of my honest opinion about it. Lodestone Golem. This pack isn't great for us. There's an Ugin, but I don't think we really want Ugin. I think we're going to take this Herald, but I don't think we're going to be playing it. And we're looking for like 2 or 3 more playables. Hopefully a little bit more early removal. Like we have... We're actually doing pretty decent on removal. Turn our creature card from opponent's graveyard to the battlefield. Puppeteer Clique is fine. I think I'd rather have Hangerback Walker for something to do on turn 2, though. Yeah, we'll take Hangerback. Vraska's Contempt or Slaughter Pact. I think I want Contempt here. Just because, like, the turn we're wanting to play Slaughter Pact, we're already... Like, we're tapping out, but we also want to be able to tap out on 4 as well. So I think just taking Contempt as another removal spell is fine. Staff of Nin actually is probably fine for us, too. Yeah, just as another draw engine. I don't think we're going to be playing Battle Ball. I don't think we're playing Persecutor. We'll probably get Duress out of here as well. I'm not sold on this Hangerback Walker either. Like, these are the 2 cards I'm considering cutting. Just depends on what we get the rest of this draft. All right. Gravemorn Muse is fine. I mean, this is the card we're taking. I don't know if we're playing it or not, though. This is for number of spirits, number of zombies. So Grave Titan. This makes worms. Yeah, we'll take this Graveborn Muse. Take this Ripper for the board. I guess we'll take this Reflecting Pool. What does this card do? I'm pretty content with what we're doing here. I think this is probably the most ideal version of our deck. I'm not sold on Graveborn Muse being good, but like we have Arena, It, and Bloodgift Demon, and Staff of Nin. Hey, Lifebane Zombie's a good one to pick up. Let's see. Yeah, take this Golem. How do we... Yeah, late pick. I don't think there's anything I want to change. I think we're just playing 17 land special here. We have a bunch of 4, 5s, and 6 drops we want to cast, so... Cool. Pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with where we're at, so... We have a bunch of removal spells. Not a lot to do until turn 3, so we need to be cautious of that. Yeah, 10 removal spells is fine. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Alright, see what we got. Come on, opponents. Alright, what's our hand look like? We have Disfigure on 1, Doomblade on 2, need to draw a couple lands. Yeah, this is fine, though. Like, we have this Hangerback Walker to bridge the gap. I mean, that guy's getting pushed off a cliff. I should probably do this now, just so they don't have a counterspell or something for it. That's a good sign. Alright, so we're going to be playing this Hangerback this turn. That's not a land. Really need to draw a third land. Yep. So you can play this Veil on 3. We just need to draw some lands for the next several turns. We'll go ahead and Doomblade, start getting aggressive, push in some damage. Ideally, we would have drawn a land there, so we could have grown after the Doomblade, but Solemn's not a bad draw for our opponent. Let our opponent go ahead and draw his card, but I just want to keep the board clear. And I really don't want to discard anything in our hand right now. Our hand is pretty solid, so probably discarding this Vraska's Contempt, I guess. Like, I really want to... Yeah. I think this is fine. I think I'm going to pitch the... So, okay. I can play Nighthawk this turn and leave up ability to level up Hangerback Walker, which leaves me Creekwood Leech next turn, so I'm going to discard the Staff and then I think this is fine. Because this allows us to protect our Veil. Yeah, this is fine. I like what's going on here, so... And Burial Rites my Solemn. That feels just fine, opponent. Yeah, we'll just play our Creekwood Liege, plus our Veil. This Murderous Cut's not doing us any favors right now. Attack him for 3. I'm feeling really pretty solid about what's going on right now. I'm going to trade the Thopter here. Lily can go down to 1. Just because I don't want to ever trade this thing off. This thing's absurd. Always yes. And I feel firmly ahead, so... Nice Pilgrim's Eye. Leave back the Liege because I don't want it to die. They're probably blocking here with Solemn. Really double blocking here. Alright. I definitely should have attacked before I plus. Because if I would have we could have made them discard their card. Oh well, I didn't think about it. Hopefully it doesn't bite us. It's probably just on Burial Rites. Probably the Solemn again. Like, they don't have anything else really going on in their graveyard. Yeah, you got it, opponent. You got it. Kill you. Hooray. Alright, so against control, I probably want this duress. This is green or white. Probably not particularly strong here. Yeah, I'd probably go down this figure. Yeah, this seems fine. This seems just fine. Hand is also super solid. I have duress on 1, hanger back on 2. Need to go out, again, need to draw a couple lands, but we'll be fine. What are they doing with these scries? That's the important question here. Top. What do you got, opponent? When Burial Rites, Orzhov Signet, Gifts. Probably just take the Signet, right? Like, I'm not worried about this Massacre Worm coming down anytime soon. This Gifts is uncastable as of now. When Burial Rites can't be cast. Yeah, this is just fine. Play Hanger back on 2, Phyrexian Arena on 3. Punching for 1. This is main phase Gifts. Bloodline Keeper is a pretty good draw. I'm going to leave up Contempt, just because they're obviously going to Gifts or something this turn. So whatever they get, I just want to be able to exile. I'm actually really surprised they never showed basic planes out of their deck off the Solemn. They had 3 Solemn triggers last game and still only showed us 1 white source. Got it, opponent. What big fatty are we getting? So the scariest one would probably be Iona, just because we have actual 0 outs for that card in our deck. But I don't think Iona's actually in the cube. No, the biggest dudes in the cube is Elishnor and Angel of Serenity. Yeah, no Iona, so we're not scared of that. I think this is on death, right? So I actually think we're going to bin the Murderous Cut and the Scarab God. Just because Scarab God has... The only thing you can get back right now is Hangerback Walker, and I can be able to exile it. Or, alternatively, I can give him the Shelldock Isle. I'm not really scared about it whatsoever. I can also bend the 2 cards here and give them both the dudes, so then they can end burial rites this turn. Which they have the 5th land in their hand. They have the 5th land for Scarab God this turn. I think I'm going to ban Kakusho Murderous Cut. So then they can Unburial Rights Kakusho, and then Vraska's Contempt it, and the world is happy. And if they play... Okay, this is fine. Because if they would have played Scarab God, I would have just killed Scarab God then. I actually think it's probably better just to play Sword and equip and attack. Actually, yeah, we can do both. We can equip, attack, and then play Bloodgift Demon. Because this card's fair and balanced. Bend the Isle. So I could... So currently Massacre Worm doesn't kill anything. So yeah, we'll just play out this Bloodgift Demon. Get our card draw going. This is Worm Dad. Nope, this is Scarab God. Okay. Also fine. How convenient. Get rid of your Scarab God. And now we get to play Grave Titan as well. Okay. Show me what you got, opponent. Because I feel like you're dead. Cool. Cool, cool. 1-0 with Mono Black. Let's join in the league again, see what happens. Man, that felt really, really strong. So that just shows the power of Feast and Famine, like allowing us to play multiple spells in one turn, as well as gaining us card advantage by our opponent discarding cards. It's really, really powerful, and because our opponent just never had an answer for it, we just easily took over the game on the back of it. So the turn where we got to play Equip and then play Bloodgift Demon afterwards was just actually insane. So. Man, we're really bad at rolling dice tonight. I'm going to keep this hand. We have an early removal spell in Shriekbond. We have this Hangerback Walker that can take over the game. So we'll see what happens. Hope our opponent doesn't have an early threat. Or early answer for our Hangerback Walker, I should say. Man, we're really good at drawing lands. Please don't counter it. Hooray! I'm just going to pass it back here. I want to leave up the ability to level up Hangerback Walker. Beautiful chicken is going to kill us, and that's a shame. So, beautiful chicken is a call out to Frank Lepore. Something him and his chat have talked about is how amazing this card is and how it's just a giant chicken. I think I just want to cast this here. One, it lets us play to the board a little more. Two, it gets rid of this Phoenix for half a turn. Hopefully they block here. That'd be great. I don't think they ever block here, but I didn't want to evoke the Shriek Maw just because like then we're not actually gaining anything. But we're probably super dead. Yeah, we're probably really dead. Sword of Fire and Ice is also a really messed up card. Why can't this thing doesn't have flying? That's so bad. That's so bad. Yeah, neither of those get us out of this, so we'll pack it up. Call it a day. What do we got? Persecutor blocks really well. Bringing this duress over this disfigure again. What's the last cut? Probably Great Form Muse. Man, this hand really needs a couple lands, but I think it's really fine. I think this is fine. We had 2 draw steps to find one for our last hope. Never didn't have it. So now we have 2 more draw steps to find another one. I'm probably just playing Sword here, actually. Nope, I lied. Please get rid of your Brawl. I'm going to discard the Shriek Maw, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's completely fine. Is this beautiful chicken? That is not beautiful chicken. That kills our Veil. Copy our sword? Yeah. We're probably not beating that. Guess we just have to leave up Vraska's Contempt this turn. So if we can answer this sword by them just never having another dude, Obliterator and Creekwood Leech should be able to take over this game pretty easily. The problem is getting to that point. So hopefully this is just a quip and they don't have counterspell for Vraska's Contempt, and then we're fine. Come on, opponent. What are we doing? What are we doing? Moto, please. Please don't die on me right now. I don't know what's going on. My internet just went out for a moment, so... Okay. No. Please stop that. Moto. Moto, please. Okay, cool. Feeling pretty solid. Also, we have an answer to it if they ever play a dude. Cool, cool. Alright. Equip sword. Sword is fine. Second sword is not fine. It's a very aggressive arc trail. So now they can't play another creature this turn because it just dies. That's not a creature. Huh. Island. Cool. Obliterator's a really powerful card, and when it left unchecked. Yeah. We don't have an answer for Kyrnos in our deck, so that's cool. Just hope they never get to that point. Pretty easy mulligan. We just don't have anything to do ever. I'm willing to keep this with the Scribe, bottom this Grave Titan. We need to draw some lands to play some Magic, but... Deck. Okay. It's really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. chicken. So I don't actually have a clean answer for the chicken, which makes me sad. I guess the plan is just Veil plus, just to get a card out of their hand. I'm going to discard the Staff of Nin. Hopefully we can draw a land for this Persecutor. I think that's where we're at. Because obviously chicken eats my Veil here. I don't know why it wouldn't. Land? Hypnotic Spectre is not a land, but that is a pretty decent draw. Okay. So next turn we can Shriekmaw. We can evoke Shriekmaw, Murderous Cut the token. I'm going to leave the Shriekmaw just because we have, yeah, that's really bad for us. Yeah, it's really bad for us. Okay. I think we start by attacking. I think we just want to get this Teferi off the table. So that doesn't actually get us there, because we can... Yeah, we're dead. We'll scoop it up. GG's, opponent. GG's. Alright. Well, we'll go for the 2-1 so we can redraft. See where that gets us, so... Man. Caleb D has 12 trophies. I'm curious. I haven't actually looked at this, so... Man, we're really bad at winning die rolls tonight. Yeah, this hand's fine. We got a removal spell on 2, Hypnotic Spectre on 3. Hopefully a little bit of card draw on 4 and 5. Yeah, this hand's fine. Hopefully we don't just get ran over here. That's a good sign for us, at least. That's a very good sign for us. So I'm actually going to kill this Arbor Elf, just because they could have Utopia Sprawl, or a like a dual land, and like this can produce different colors of mana in that sense. See, they might have like a Temple Garden or something, and this can make double white for them, so. Bant. Okay. So they have a big scary here. We have a Vraska's Contempt for it. If not, we could slam this Graveborn Muse. Thragtusk is pretty good. Start by attacking. Tooth and Nail. That's pretty good. We'll go ahead and just pass it back here. Alright, so Profane Command's actually pretty decent. It's not doing anything right now. We could make them lose 3 and kill the beast. We'll start by attacking. Probably just playing Bloodgift Demon this turn, though. I'm really disappointed this doesn't have flying. I always thought it did, just because it was a spirit. Eldritch Evolution. No good attacks. I want to target myself. I think I'm just going to play out both Graveborn Muse and Hangerback here. We're going to start with Graveborn Muse, though, just in case they have like a counter spell. I really get this countered, then... Alright, so they're both resolving. That's sweet. Now we get to Ancestral every turn. So this is 7 mana? Is this like Avenger? So I think we can beat an Avenger. Take our 3, not really worried about that. Hornet Queen. That one's a little better. Cool. We'll just pass it back. So opponent's never drawing a hand. We get to draw 4 cards a turn. Yeah, that game was pretty much wrapped up. So mono green. What do we want? Anything? What does this thing do? They probably don't have a removal spell for it ever. So we just get 9 power for 5 mana. I think our deck is actually pretty much set up for this matchup. We probably want this Lifebane Zombie. Probably cut. Get rid of this Graveform Muse. Yeah, we'll try that. Yeah, pretty solid. I'm really liking this deck. It's exactly what I like to do in Cube. So I just realized that half of my hand is probably not being shown. Well, at least the first card. Yeah, that's way better. Now you can actually see my hand. We'll keep this. We got removal spell on 3 or Vampire Nighthawk, depending on what they do. Or we have Veil on 3. That's also fine. And since our opponent's not out to a fast start, this probably will take over the game. That's also very good 3-drop. So depending on what our opponent does here, there might be argument to play Veil, make them stack this Curated. If they play like just another Mana Dork, I'll probably play out Liliana and eat it. Please sacrifice your Mana Dork. I'm gonna ditch this Shriekmaw, I guess. I think it's just probably this Ruinous Path, actually. Okay, so if we discard Shriekmaw, we can get it back with Last Hope in the future. So that's probably the play. I'm just slamming Creekwood Leech here. And that's going to take over the game, so unless they have an answer for it, which I don't think Bant is going to have an answer for it. If you're an aura, creature, or planeswalker. Yeah, I don't think I actually care about that card. We'll tick up, discard this Vampire Nighthawk, Ruinous Path the Ajani, attack him for 2. Cast. And Tooth and Nail and Crater Hoof both games. Yeah, that's fine. I have a 3/3. Come on, opponent. Always yield to this, please. Just making a 3/3 every turn. So I can Veil tick down, Last Hope tick up, and then they have a 1/2 that can't block. I think I'm fine with that. Don't care about that card. Cool, cool. Alright, so finished a solid 2-1. Deck was super, super sweet. I love Mono Black. I think it's probably my favorite archetype in Cube. Just because the power of Phyrexian Obliterator is just insane, and it's actually one of my favorite cards in Cube. Plus, you get all this sweet black removal, you get all these sweet Planeswalkers and Veil and Last Hope. Like, it's Creekwood Leech is another really good card that's only good, I think, specifically in Cube. And, like, the one card that really underperformed was the Staff of Nin. Like, every time we drew it, it kind of was a dead card. It paid off in that first game against Mono Green, against the Hornet Queen. But outside of that, I really wasn't impressed. You probably could have traded it out for Duress and just had Duress main board or Persecutor main board. Overall, I think this deck is super sweet. Really like how the draft ended. How the draft went, I should say. Outside of that, if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for me. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, at Carter Noble. You can find me on Twitch at Mr. Missouri25. I stream pretty irregularly right now just because I don't have a set schedule. But outside of that, that's going to do it tonight. Thank you, everybody. Have a fantastic evening.